I'm part of a group who are bound together by a common interest, and we're scattered all over Britain. We very rarely get the chance to meet together, and so most correspondence with each other is through newsletters and through the Facebook page. And I found it a really good group to be part of. It's given me a lot of inspiration and encouragement and support. Anyway, this year, because of lockdown, they decided to hold the AGM online. And I was quite excited because it was at a time and obviously in a place that I would be able to attend. So on the day, I got myself all ready. I put on my nice clothes, I put on my makeup because this was the most exciting thing that had happened since lockdown, other than going out with the bin. The meeting began and everybody's faces appeared on the screen, and the lady leading the meeting asked everybody to introduce themselves. And as everybody was introducing themselves, more and more people came on and joined the meeting. And we went round, we heard, where people came from, a wee bit about their life, their background, what have you. And then we went into the ordinary business of the meeting. I'd sat there expectantly, thinking, right, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? The meeting began and I thought, I haven't been asked to say anything. I hadn't been asked to introduce myself, and I felt a bit a wee bit down, because I felt as if I'd been left out, missed, overlooked, ignored, as if I didn't really matter. Anyway, the meeting began, and on the chat section I put up, if anybody in this group lives anywhere near me, because although a lot of people said the places that they came from, that didn't actually mean anything to me. I said, let me know. If you're within, say, a suitable distance, we could perhaps meet up somewhere. And then somebody asked the others in the meeting, I don't think Alison has said anything. I don't think she's introduced herself. To which various other people then chipped in, oh yes, she has, we've heard from her. And I thought, oh, well, that's great, because what do you know about me? And so, yeah, I felt a wee bit neglected, a wee bit unloved, unwanted. A few weeks into lockdown, I had a text message from a friend saying, how are you doing? How are things? Hope it's all okay. I'll phone you when this is over. And I thought, why phone me when this is over? Because at the moment, you're stuck in your house because she's shielding. I'm, obviously out and about doing my work and what have you. But why not phone just now when we really need to hear each other's voices? And again, I thought, I felt a wee bit unloved, unwanted, because I thought if you really wanted to know, you would have phoned me, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just send a message saying, I'll phone you when this is over. And it's got me thinking that perhaps that's how a lot of people are feeling in lockdown. Perhaps they feel unloved, unwanted, because nobody really does bother with them, nobody comes round to see them, nobody puts a note through their door, nobody gives them a phone call. Perhaps their families would be quite shocked and surprised to learn that they felt unloved and unwanted, and because they're doing what they can from wherever it is they live, and it may be that their family are too far away to be able to come and see them and give them the support that they would love to give them. But still they phone them regularly, or maybe they FaceTime them or whatever. I think one of the worst things of lockdown has been that people have started to become depressed and feel a bit sorry for themselves, perhaps justifiably, perhaps not, but these are feelings and emotions that we need to recognise. And yet, as we know, as we know, we're never alone. And more than that, we're never unloved and unwanted. In the Bible, we have these wonderful images of the Father who's always looking out for us, who's always waiting for us, who's always wanting to put his arms around us. What was the first thing he did to the prodigal son? The son returned from far away, having spent all his money, probably filthy because he'd been living with pigs and eating pig swill. Absolutely filthy. He'd lost all his money. He comes back, and what's the first thing his father does? Gives him a great big hug and welcomes him back. That's a beautiful image to have of God, isn't it? He's always watching for us, always waiting for us, always looking out for us. And more importantly, he's always there to put his arms round about us in a great big hug. And then we've got that other image, the one of the shepherd and the lost sheep. Another beautiful image of God. There we have the sheep has gone away, it thinks it's all on its own, it thinks it's lost, it thinks it's helpless, it thinks that it's got absolutely no hope at all. And the shepherd comes looking for it and finds it and picks it up and carries it back to the safety of the flock. So again, the shepherd didn't go up to the wee lamb and say, "You silly wee lamb, you shouldn't have run away." Nor did the shepherd say, "Oh, well, I've lost one wee lamb and I've still got another 100 here. Who cares? I'm not going to worry about it. It's its own fault." The first thing the shepherd does is looks for it, finds it, picks it up and holds it close. So we're never unloved and unwanted. We too have his arms around us, and he says, "You matter." And then, of course, we have Jesus' final words to the disciples. Words for all of us. "I will be with you always." And you know something? He is.